Big news coming out at 3 o'clock, and I think we all know what that news is. The new format that we will be getting for the points in 2026. Who's excited for it? What are our predictions for it? I want to hear it all down below in the chat. We're going to do a poll right now. Are you happy for the format change? I'm going to go yes and no. Put that poll in chat, boys. What is going on, everybody? Hopefully everybody got a notification. How's everybody doing? Drop it in here. Sup, Looney? Don't ask why I'm not in school. Hey, you know what? It's okay. Me too. Shh. Don't ask why. Everyone needs to see the new NASCAR playoff format. Hello, hello. What's going on, Walker? How was your day so far? So what are our predictions for the new format? I want to see it. I want to know if you think we're going to have playoffs involved still, if we're going to have a 10-race chase format. I'm very interested to see what you guys' opinions are on that, and if that should be implemented or not. I really do just want to see everybody's takes down in chat. Drop them. 7 of y'all stopping by. I'm doing all right. Good to hear you're doing all right. Good, Braden. I'm doing all right. I'll probably be even better if the format is actually legit. I hope it's a good format, you know? I really, really do. I don't want to see something that is completely disregarding the fans' point of view. I would absolutely hate that, you know? And we're less than an hour away. Of course, once we get closer to it, I'll go ahead and end the stream so we can all focus our attention in on the NASCAR broadcast. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty well, Rocker. I'm doing pretty good. You know, what are your guys' opinions on it? Like, what do you think it's gonna be? I want to know what y'all's thoughts are. I'm thinking, honestly, going off the knowledge that we have right now, and I know there is that leak of a ticket personnel that distributes tickets to people and ticket agents, that it's gonna be a chase. I expect it to be a 10-race chase. What do you guys want it to be, though? Hello from Ocala 4. What's going on, Brian? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing pretty well. If y'all not already smacked the like button on the stream, make sure y'all go ahead and do so. I want to hear it. I want to hear what we got for ideas about the playoffs and what is currently wrong with the current playoff format. Because I feel like everybody can talk about how bad the format is, but I most definitely want to hear, you know, what you guys think is specifically wrong with it. I think that the new format will be a combination of the full season and the chase formats. I think that's a very good prediction, Marcus. I think that could very, very well be the case, you know, and I think the reason why I can agree with you on that is because I think that it's going to be a combination of everything that everybody wants. For example, the old playoff format that we had was, well, kind of trashy, considering somebody could go out and win almost every race of the regular season and then, well, not perform to the standard in the playoffs and just get immediately eliminated off the bat, which is something that I would hate to see still remain in place, which I'm happy it is not, obviously. But kind of moving on from that subject, I think if NASCAR wants to do what's the safest and what's the best play for them, I think it would have to go ahead and being somewhere in the middle between full point standings for full season points and, of course, the 10-man chase. You know, that is most definitely a good. I feel like there's maybe even an in between that. You know, but I don't know. The 10-person chase is probably the safest option to go. Hear me out. Give every driver with the number 8 or 5 or more championships. Whoa. We can't just give Kyle Busch free championships here. We need to actually remain legit. But yeah, guys, drop what y'all think is going to happen down below in the comment section. Again, I really want to hear who you guys think will take, you know, which way this will take. Like, which way will it lean? Will it lead more towards the full season points format? Or will it go ahead and be a playoff system like we have now that didn't really change? I want to see what everyone thinks. Also, smack that like button on the stream, boys. But being for real, I'd want a regular season and a playoff chase season, but still focus on overall point system instead of wins. I agree with that. You know, I feel like winning should still matter, but I don't think it should be you need to win every race that you're in the playoffs, or at least be literally in second place every single race to assure that you'll be fine and make it on to the next round. I don't like that. I mean, again, winning should still matter, and that is 100%, but it shouldn't be life and death when you are winning a bunch of races in the regular season. I don't like that, you know? Go back to the old Winston Cup point system where whoever has the most points at the end of the season is the champion. But stiffer points penalties for the cheaters. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a reasonable say. You know, but I can understand both sides of the argument. You know, because people will argue, okay, if we go back to the regular season points and full season points format, that the sport will see a decline in viewership from the younger generation because everybody in the younger generation is interested in playoffs. And I can understand where that aspect is coming from 100%. And I can see it. But what I will go ahead and say is that I think that having the core fan base of the sport, aka the people that love watching NASCAR, wouldn't mind, and a majority of them would like a full season points format. So why don't we please the people we already have and then focus on expanding our base of people that enjoy our sports and do it the proper way instead of adding a fake playoff system in where it's like, oh, well, you can basically do whatever you want during the regular season, but as long as you win a race, you advance. And then, oh, shoot, you could win every race during the regular season, but that don't mean diddly squat. Like, I don't understand it, you know, whatever. What's going on, Hollow? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing all right. If you have not already smacked the like button on the stream, make sure y'all go ahead and do so. But, you know, I'm kind of in the middle on it, man. I don't like the playoffs. My prediction is a 16-driver, 10-race chase. I could see that, but, you know, I think that's, again, probably the most likely outcome. I think almost everybody who's been on NASCAR social media over the last probably 72 hours or so, ever since we got that leak of the possible playoff format, has been kind of skewing themselves towards the side of, okay, it's probably going to be the 16-man chase with 10 races. I think that's probably the most, like, common outcome of this whole situation, just because, like I said, it fits in the middle and it's in between from both sides. If it keeps if they keep rounds in the playoffs, reasons don't make the last race a singular round with one race. I agree. And you know what? I wouldn't even be mad if they kept the way it is now, but made winning more reasonable and more worth it during the regular season, and make sure one race doesn't determine a champion. I'm telling you, having a one race determine a champion is just something that is such a phony way of, and illegitimate. It's not legit. My day's been alright. Spent the first half hour at the mechanic shop fixing the truck. Spending the second half going to work. Well, hopefully you have a great day at work. I got work after this. After the playoff format, I go in at 5 o'clock today. So, you know, I have a little bit of time to put a community post out. Everyone can share their opinions on it there. So, well, guys, this could determine the future of NASCAR. It could 100%. You know, I think that this is going to have a very big effect on which way the sport grows. And I think we got to sit there and look at it like that. Because right now, NASCAR is kind of growing like this, right? It's going a little bit upwards, but it's not going at a high banking. Now, right now, after this announcement, it could either go like this, or kind of like this, or just stay on that even path. You know, and I really think if we were to keep a full season points format, if we were to actually implement it, not keep it, because we obviously don't have one right now. Also, guys, make sure you hit the like button on the stream. Let's get it to 20-something likes by the time we're done on here. I know it's possible. So if we were to go ahead and sit here and have a points format that was full season, our sport, I feel like, would be in the decline, I should say, of this angle. You know why? Because we are going to find other motorsports fans that respect the ability to have a full season points format like Formula One fans, IndyCar fans, motocross fans, anybody who enjoys watching dirt racing. I guarantee you, they don't have a playoff system for, isolated events. They have a full season points format. ARCA West, the ARCA series, ARCA East. I mean, all of those series have a full season points format. So if we've seen a full season points format, we may lose a little bit of people that recently just got into the sport because they like the idea of the stick and ball playoffs. But I am telling you, in the long run, this will be a better decision than going with a chase format or whatever. Now, I will say for right now, the chase format is not a horrific option. If you want to keep it safe and have the ability to remain fans that have just joined the sport recently and like the idea of stick and ball, you know what? That's okay. I agree with you on that. Keep it like that for a little while, but not too long, because remember, it's literally lava brewing and ready to freaking explode out of a volcano. It's not going to end well if you keep it like that for a while. But again, full season points, I am all for. Will I think it's a little bit boring at times? Yes, but you know what? That means that I love Cody Ware to death. But Cody Ware can't damn win at Daytona during the Coke Zero Sugar freaking 400 and make the playoffs and eliminate Chris Buescher out of the playoffs. That to me is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I think we'll see drivers like Chris Buescher. I'm not even a Buescher fan, but I respect his career. I think we'll see drivers like him actually turn out better in this new format. He's been screwed by the format recently. You're just at 5-2? Oh my gosh. Honestly, I feel like any change could help the point system 100%. Brandon says, absolutely, you can't really get worse in the current playoff format. I agree with you guys 100%. I mean, I think NASCAR right now, you have a regular fan, and then you have somebody who just joined the sport. The people that just joined the sport and do like the stick and ball ideas of it are up here, right? That's what they've been taught. The people that have been in the sport for many, many years are down here right now, almost at rock bottom, but not quite. And you know what? There's not much more to go. So we could possibly ruin it even further with the new format, which I don't think will happen. But we need to have an equal player base of right here. And right now, it's just so off. The fans in NASCAR, and this is how it is with the fans. Well, let's go ahead and say that NASCAR is on top of here. So like I said, NASCAR, the loyal fans, and the fans that just joined. That's what we're currently working with. And I don't understand it. I love and I respect the sport. I've been in the sport since 2020. Obviously not a very long time. But what I will say is that I've been able to see this format get worse and worse over the last 5 years. It's time for a change, and I'm happy it's happening. Hello, Kirby. How you doing? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day today. But again, I think that's actually a really, really good way of explaining it, guys. I really do enjoy explaining it that way, Drop your opinions and your thoughts down below on the current playoff system. Tell me what needs to be changed about it and what playoff format you think we will get, or points format, I should say, because people want the whole playoff format going as a whole. Down in the chat below. What's the new points format? I haven't seen it yet. It has not been released. It will be released around 3:30 p.m. NASCAR goes live, so around 3:20ish, we'll go ahead and end the stream, and we'll go over there and watch the reaction. Current playoff is busted. Again, I agree with that 100%. Like I said, you have NASCAR up here, you got the new fans right here, and then you got the old fans all the way down here, almost at rock bottom, that like the full season format, and we just don't have it. Whatever. It's stupid. If y'all haven't already smacked the like button, again, make sure y'all do so. Let's get it to 20 likes by the time we're out of here today. I would appreciate that, boys. But yeah, drop it down below, guys. I want to hear all of y'all thoughts and all of y'all's opinions down in the chat below. I will laugh if we get a 3-3-4. I mean, what I will say is that I think that would be better, arguably, than what we have right now. Why I think it will be better? Well, shit. I think it'll be better because at least it's not determined by a singular race. Please tell me it's at least better than the previous format. The last one really tore the fan base apart. Again, I agree. I mean, the fan base couldn't be more distributed away from each other than we were than we were there. I'm going to be severely disappointed if it's a 3-3-4, but it would be a surprise. I wouldn't be surprised either, but again, I think having a 3-3-4 would be better than what we have now. But will it fix anything like the Chase would? Fuck no. See, having a 3-3-4, the problem is with that, we aren't making anything in the regular season matter. And that is what the biggest complaint. It's not the one race finish. No, it's making the regular season count more. Again, you know what? And I'm you know why NASCAR? Who wants to hear my opinion on why NASCAR's lost so much of the following? Want to hear why right now? You want to hear why? I'm going to let you know why right here. I'm going to let you know why right here. The reason why NASCAR has lost such a big part of its fan base is because all you have to do, watch the Daytona 500, because everything in between that and the other Daytona race doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if Kyle Larson wins 6 races. Doesn't matter if Chris Buescher wins 3 races. You know what? Because it's all going to be same when we enter the playoffs pretty much. So who bothers even watching the beginning of the season when this is what we have? It doesn't make sense. Also, not to hate and to nitpick even more, but I'm sorry, having Daytona, Atlanta, and Coda as the first 3 races are garbage. Now, let me explain that, and it may be a hot take towards you guys, but if we want to give people a true legitimate feel about our motorsport, we cannot have 2 super speedways directly near each other. Now, I will say Atlanta is probably the best track on the schedule right now. It's definitely a great race to have, but not as close up to the beginning of the season as it is already. I don't like that. I do not like that. And having Coda right after that, like, that's such a mediocre race, you know? I don't know. Just my opinion. I think there should be a mile and a half in between or an intermediate and then swing it over to, like, Atlanta. Make sure there's a race or 2 difference, not just super speedway on super speedway. Because then it also gives fans a uncertain knowledge of, okay, who are the ones to watch this season already? Because the first 3 races are just baloney, pretty much. 2 super speedways and a road course that SEG is going to win. What does that tell us? Nothing. So let me read some of your comments here. I know I've been going off on a kind of a tangent. I'm going to be severely disappointed with 3-4. I get it. If they do a 16-driver playoff, those 16 drivers should complete all the way through the championship race with no eliminations around. I would agree with that. But knowing NASCAR and knowing the tactics that we've got to at this point in 2026, they got to add the elimination in there. And it's something I don't like. I hate it. That's the case, though. I'm tired of seeing drivers going on NASCAR Kool-Aid. How you doing? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. I'm just tired of seeing drivers that are so consistent and so well. You know what? Honestly, and for those of you guys, I don't usually support him, but fuck. Chase Elliott, look how consistent he was during the 2025 season. Look at it. I don't usually credit Chase Elliott at all. I'm not a Chase fan, but what I will say is that he even got fucked over out of the format. I think he would have had a better points finish than, well, almost a better points finish, at least during all the races leading up to Richmond, I will say. Again, Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher, again, and William Byron, I would even probably say, all very good examples of what is wrong with the current playoffs. Josh Berry, winning a race in Las Vegas. I love Josh Berry. I think Josh Berry deserved that win. Do I think that he deserved to ride that win all the way to the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona? Fuck no, I didn't. No, I did not. No, I did not. You know why I didn't? Because that gives a illegitimate illusion of how good he was all season. Chris Buescher, I'm sorry, was better than Josh Berry. As much as I don't like Alex Bowman in the 48, Alex Bowman shouldn't have been fighting as hard for a playoff spot as he was because he was more consistent than Josh Berry. There you go. That's my opinion on it. Boom. Again, I'm not even a Bowman fan. And this playoff format has me fucking defending the guy. Well, you look at that. Crazy what can come out of the format, isn't it? Um, he had the points lead until the playoffs. He fell off then. Yeah. Same with Harrison Burton back in 2024. Again, another primary example. What's going on? Kevin Harvick's not very happy. Bring back field clearing accidents. So, another problem is I actually, believe it or not, I do like the idea of stages. Now, I think that having stages in a race do help the racing product stay interesting. I'm all for that. But you know what I'm not for? Throwing a fucking caution after every stage. Now, excuse my language, but I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think we need to have a yellow at Daytona and Talladega when we already have enough yellows at those tracks because, oh, stage is over, we gotta reset the field. No, just make it so that people run hard throughout the duration of the race and, well, don't just stand behind each other like this in a freaking a snake, you know? I don't. Again, something that needs to be changed. And then adjust the format to that extent that it needs to be adjusted. I don't know. For rain shortened races, the only awkward half-point value is because the race didn't complete. Well, I will tell you, I wouldn't have as much of a stink about the rain shortened races if we fixed the playoffs. Like, again, what kind of scares me about the rain, I don't hate on the current understanding of that because my idea is the race is already 50% over. It is what it is. But if somebody awkward is leading, good for them because they put themselves in the position. But we don't need them in the playoffs. Or we don't need them locked into the playoffs is my point. Like, if we didn't have the stupid playoff format that we have, we wouldn't have to deal with the repercussions of, well, let's go ahead and lock somebody in the playoffs. Let's say that... another good example. And you know what? Are y'all ready to hear it? I'm going to say it out loud right now. I'm going to say something, and I usually don't give him props. I'm going to actually get his die cast really quickly while I say it. Give me a moment here. I think he's on my shelf somewhere. He's on my shelf, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling him off here. Where the hell is he at? Oh, right here. Okay. Austin Dillon. Okay. Austin Dillon very much deserved the race win at Richmond. I will say that was his by far most impressive run. Can we agree with that? Of his career. Best race he had in his career. 100%. Not discrediting it. I don't like Austin Dillon. But what I will say is he had a really good fucking day and deserved a victory. But what he did not deserve is getting locked in to a playoff format after running 30th and 25th all season. That's my problem. Make it make sense. If somebody can make that make sense, I will go and be a fan of the current playoff format. But until we can make it make sense, I'm not buying it. 2025, he deserved. 2024, 2024 is debatable considering he was leading a lot of laps that race. But the way he did it in the end wasn't respectful, and I don't support it, you know. The format should have been done after Busch missed a third of the season and still won the championship. I agree with that as well, as much as I love Kyle Busch now. I used to hate Kyle Busch in 2021. I like him now because he's not that good anymore, and I like underdogs. So Kyle Busch, you know what? I kind of like his personality now. He's not as much of a you-know-what anymore. He's kind of just a funny family guy. So I respect Kyle Busch. But what I don't find pretty good is that when he came back, he was the best car, and there's no debate on that. He was the best, if not the second best car. But missing so many races at the start of the season shouldn't warrant you the ability to be in the playoffs or be playoff eligible or lock yourself in is my point. Like, it doesn't make sense. He's just a funny family guy. Say that again. I don't know. What I will say is that, I don't know, guys. I don't really, I'm just on here talking. My opinion doesn't matter as a NASCAR YouTuber, and I feel like people have made that pretty obvious. or the sport does. But what I will say is, again, that my opinions have been stated. Now, I want to hear your opinions. I'm tired of ranting and going on. I want to hear what you guys want to the freaking period on the paper with the new format. I'll read it all the way down to that. Drop it in the comments and tell me what is wrong with the format we have, because I love discussing it. Because every time we discuss it, there's even something more stupid that comes out of it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The format should have done after motion. I agree with that. Iceberg's statement on how races should stay green after stages has always stuck with me since he made the video, and to this day, I agree. Pretty much everything that I can say. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else. I mean, you can beat a dead horse. Also, all the fans try to encourage NASCAR to change the format to a proper way. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it, and that's a perfect example of what the fans have done by speaking their minds. And now we'll see if the horse drinks the water today, or he doesn't, and that horse being NASCAR. Pretty much everything I can say. 10 race chase provides a legitimacy and some of the championship for the networks that will still be interested. Yeah, and I think people get it confused sometimes. A lot of networks, and I will say, if the NFL was running during the major duration of the NASCAR season, they would probably broadcast an NFL game over Atlanta. As crazy as that sounds, it's true. And it sucks, So hopefully the new format can appeal to whoever gets and whoever wants to broadcast it still, I agree. I want them to make points matter more and not let bozos in because of one win. I agree with that. I think that, that will promote better racing as well. I think having people, again, like Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, make it in off of consistency and not winning one race, being 20-something in points and getting your way up. No. I think that will create a better racing environment and better on-track experience. 100%. It's kind of just everything. The Gen 6 with this format was manageable at least. I agree. It wasn't the best, and it wasn't that good, but we could handle it. Now, it went from being here to being down here. And it's time for a change, apparently. I love Chase Briscoe, but Kyle Busch deserved the win in 2024. Hey, I can't argue with that one. Unfortunately, a Cody World Championship will no longer be possible. Well, we don't know yet. We will have to see what NASCAR throws at us with this new format. We'll most definitely know by probably 4 o'clock p.m. EST, considering the NASCAR stream starts at 3:30. So we'll see what happens. We don't know. We don't know yet. We're all sitting here thinking, oh, okay, it could possibly be this format, or they're going to keep it the same. They could throw something that is completely unexpected at us. So, I'm not keeping that off the realm of opportunities. I thought that was a feel-good win considering the team Briscoe is driving for that. Well, I agree. I think that it's I think that was the good win, the Darlington race for Briscoe, and I think it's pretty cool being able to see him go back-to-back, but, he did it. It is what it is. Again, you gotta separate stuff. The win versus the playoff spot. Did he deserve the playoff spot? Debatable, not really. Did Kyle Busch deserve it more in that season? Debatable, but probably. So again, we gotta look at it farther past the win. We gotta look at it as the playoff spot. Did Briscoe deserve the win? He deserved the win. He made the pass. He raced him, and he was better than him at the end. Now, did he deserve to just randomly pop his head into the playoffs? No. I don't think so. I mean, I didn't really watch a lot last season, but from what I did see, not really. Hey, it is what it is, guys. If y'all haven't already smacked the like button on the stream and setting y'all stopping by, make sure y'all go ahead and do so. I've pretty much given what I've thought and what I think will change with this playoff system that we'll get here soon in about an hour or so, and what I think will stay the same, what I think's wrong with the current variant, and that's pretty much all I can say. Besides, I want to elaborate on what you guys think. Or any random NASCAR questions you guys want to ask right now, you guys are more than welcome to. Because I will take this time to kind of go over some predictions for 2026 maybe, and kind of discuss them. What's up, Looney? What's going on, the fan club? Any news, since I think you would know this more than me, where is Matty D going to go next season? I haven't seen anything from him really interesting on Instagram besides him showing off his Corvettes. What about making the second Daytona Oval race or the second Talladega race as a championship race? Now, as fun as that sounds, it just wouldn't work. If we think the current state of the sport is illegitimate, I think making it a super speedway would further increase the illegitimacy. Whoa, I said that wrong. Illegitimacy of the current state of the sport. Nobody knows. I was hoping he would go to that colleague race team. I thought that would have been a perfect pick for Kyle Busch to bring his talents to in the Big 26 it is now. Not Kyle Busch, sorry. But that would bring his big talents to the Big 26. I can't see that happening because it's pretty much filled up, I think, now. What about Corey Heim? Corey Heim's a really interesting driver to talk about over the current state. Now, this is something we really can't change with a format, obviously. But what pisses me, one thing I will say is that he should have not even had to worry about winning the championship, right? Like, that was 11 effing wins, really? I don't see why we would have to worry about that. But going off the current state of the sport, it doesn't even matter. Whatever. Teams want money, not Matty D. And the same can be said about other things. Like, for example, not comparing Corey Heim and Matty D because obviously one of them is better. But what I will say is that it's sad that Corey Heim does not have a locked-in ride yet. And the saddest part about that is I think that he has 11 or 12 wins. And it's because of money. Money is what is keeping him back from a ride right now. And again, that's the damn saddest thing that can come out of a situation. A driver that has so much success, has so much talent like him, like Corey Heim, and I think Corey Heim was arguably better than Connor Zilisch. I think Connor Zilisch is a close second. But it pisses me off, man. It really aggravates me. First time I've seen your face, well, hello. You get to see the guy behind all the community posts now. Team want money, not Matt. Yeah. I agree. Herbst out. I mean, I agree with that too. I think that Riley Herbst, I give him, you know what? I'll give him one more season. If he can run better this season than he did last season, stay. And if he can compete for a win, or 2 wins, or 3 wins, 3 wins preferably, stay. If he can't, get him out, bro. Get him out. We don't need him. Give Corey Heim the damn ride. But I think Corey will get Connor Zilich's ride. Not Connor Zilisch. I think Corey will get Denny Hamlin's ride. But apparently, that team isn't interested. Yeah, I agree, Herbst out. Zilisch, to make a deep playoff run this year, I think it's a good question. I actually posted a video about my 2026 NASCAR predictions, so if we have a little bit of time after the stream before the NASCAR announcement, I encourage you guys to go check that out. Also, smack the like button on the stream. So, one of my predictions is for 2026 is that it's a safer one, that he will be able to avenge and duel SVG on road courses. Now, do I think he'll get a win? Yes, I think he'll get one singular win on a road course next season. That is my prediction. Do I think he's going to do outstanding and amazing and lavish like he did in the 2025 Xfinity Series or now O'Reilly Series season? No. I don't think so. Poll before we even see the format. Are you happy for the format change? The poll is for the current format. Are you happy to see the current NASCAR format change? That's the idea of the poll. It's not that we already have the new format and then I'm trying to ask you, are you happy for the format change because of the new format? No, I'm asking you if you are happy that the current format's changing, dipshit. I don't think Heim, if you want to come in here and act like that, that's how I'm going to tell you, straight up. I don't think Heim is stressing. I think he might just be waiting for 2311 to write him up a deal. I think so too. But what's unfortunately is we can't have 4-car charters. So, I mean, only Rick Hendrick and Joe Gibbs Racings are allowed to, so that sucks. Looney is aggravated. I'm aggravated when I come in here and I see stupid comments like that. Well, pull before we even see the format. No, it's not a pull before we even see the format. It's asking you, are you happy to see the fucking format go? Which I would hope your answer is yes, and if it's no, I still respect it, but I will debate you. As simple as that. Also, not to piss you off, insured. Also, if we have a 10-race playoffs and winning in the regular season gets you 5 bonus points for the entire playoff, that's a lot. We've never seen that before. I respect your opinion, and I think so too. I'm hoping it's not a full season if it's that. Again, I think a full season would be fine. There is a slight problem with it, and the problem being, I think, viewership retention may be a slight issue, but nothing like we're seeing right now with the sport. I think Zilly wins San Diego because neither of them have raced there before. Maybe. Now, something I find really, really interesting, and I kind of want to share this with you guys, is that we're going to lose viewership one of two ways. We're going to lose it, and I want to tell you something, actually, too. A new format, and it being full season, would have and force NASCAR to make the racing product and the cars better on the track. Can I explain why that is? The reason why the format changing to a full season would be good is because they would have to make the cars go fast, first of all, be competitive with each other every single race to keep the viewer retention up. Because if they don't, people won't want to watch the racing. It's not, we got to get away from the idea of, oh, we need to watch the sport because of the playoffs. We got to watch the sport because of the racing. The racing is what matters. That's what matters, you know. Full season is what I want, if not the 10-race chase. Full season is what I want from 10-race chase. Keep the playoffs points as they are. The regular season will be massively important for whoever wants to win. The title will come at the end of the year. I agree with you 100%. Like, legit, you basically have no chance of winning without tons of wins in the regular season. I agree, you know? And that's why I think that, again, NASCAR is growing further and further away from their loyal fan base. And I'll give you guys the depiction that I was giving earlier. Call me stupid for doing this, but the blue pen represents NASCAR right now. Okay, this blue pen represents NASCAR. You guys can see it, right? The current fans in the sport that have gotten in the sport in the last 3 years, right here, that are for playoffs, or anybody that's for the current playoff format, right here. So these guys, as you can see, are pretty close to each other, right? Now, let's give another depiction. NASCAR, the current fan base that has been with them for more than 5 years, that does not like the current format. You see how much distance is within that? Well, we need to bring these guys all down to a range like this. Like, very close, if not together. You're never going to get them together, but you know what? You can at least get them here and here. Like, you can get them close. We can't be far apart like this, you know? It's so horrible. 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 I don't like it. I don't like it. You think you'll get your channel as a sponsor on the car this year? I hope Brayton Laster. I hope to put it on Brayton Laster's car for Daytona. Very possible. Somewhere on the B post section, lower down in the car or on the side as a sticker. One of the two, whatever works. I think it's like $100 or something. Brayton, subscribe to the channel. Obviously, I support his ARCA career 100%. So you know what? We may be on a car at Daytona. I'm still planning on it. I just got to get into contact with him here very, very soon about that. In your opinion, do you think that drivers are moving up from lower series to Cup too fast? Also, how long do you think drivers should stay in a lower series before they move to the Cup Series? I think 2 years tells you a lot. 2 years in the NASCAR O'Reilly Series, aka the Grand National Series, is a very, very good depiction of what we can see happening in their future. Now, don't let what happened over the last few years shock you and kind of throw your mindset off of that. I understand we've had guys like Noah Gragson, who were so predominant and so solid in the NASCAR O'Reilly Series, move up to the Cup Series and, well, not be all that, all of that they were summed up to be. And as much as that kind of pisses me off and it hurts me, but I sit there and I'm like, okay, he was kind of good at a wide variety of tracks because, shit, he had a good team. And I think Gragson has a lot of talent, but that's my opinion on that. Now, with Connor Zilisch, I think it's a little bit different. Connor has a very, very set tone and a really, really predominant road course racing background. So I think that when we see Connor hit the Cup Series, tracks like Watkins Glen Sonoma with the car, I think we will see him doing very, very well. And I think Connor's ability to overcome things are very, very strong for somebody that's that young, So I give Connor credit. Now, would I be shocked if he didn't win in 2026? No. Would I be shocked if he performed worse than Daniel Suarez? Yes. Those are two very different things. Two very, very different things. Again, performing on the level of Daniel Suarez, underperforming his car, that's different. Not winning is different from that, And I think a lot of fans need to stop and really, really stop expecting from Connor and just let it come naturally. He is a future star in the making. Let's not rush the process. Let's grow him up. Let him grow in the Cup Series and not constantly force the hovering pressure of you need to be the best. No. Let him figure that out himself, and he will be one of the best NASCAR drivers we've seen in the last 10 years. 100%. 100%. 100%. It's just going to be a matter of doing better than Suarez the first year, which I think is 100% possible. Now, shit. If he doesn't do better than Suarez in the first year, I think we have a serious conversation to have then. But with that, that's what I think. So I'll go ahead and read some of your comments here. One positive thing I have to say about the playoffs is that it made a lot of cool moments in the Hail Melon. I will agree with that, and I think that is a chapter that I am willing to leave behind as a Ross Chastain fan. But let it not be forgotten. It was fun, 100% fun. But if it means that over actually having a legitimate, champion, I'm all for it. I guess you could say the same about Herbst. He was improving quite a lot from 2023 to 2024. I agree with that 100%. In the Xfinity Series Truck Series, he was a driver who was consistent. Just couldn't win until he finally broke out and won. NASCAR race to get hit with a tornado this year on red. Oh, God, I hope not. Ironically, back in the day, the bushwhacking era built up the drivers in the lower series divisions a lot quicker, and the way, it sounds like I agree. I mean, as long as there's not an unfair advantage within the cars, I think that helps. I just got out of school and can't listen to audio right now. Just stopping by. Hello, Harvick. How are you? Hashtag silly for Zilly. Oh my gosh. Well, I will be on here for another 10 or so minutes going over anything. So if you want some quick questions answered in the next 10 minutes, I'm willing to answer them. Just drop them down below in the comments. Also, make sure y'all smack that like button on here. I don't know what we are waiting for, guys. There's only 13 likes. I thought you guys could have done a little bit better than that, and I know we still can. So, you know what? Smack that damn like button, boys. Smack it up for me. I would appreciate that a lot. Silly for Zilly. Crazy. Well, I know it's getting closer to the NASCAR stream and not as many people are going to be tuned into here, but drop them. Drop it. Drop what the NASCAR admins won't respond to on their channel. I will give you an answer. Oh, jeez. Happy for the trash. Yes. Yes, what? So I'll go over this metric here. 88% of you guys say you are happy for the current format change, like you are happy and you are pro the format change. And then 12% of you guys say, not really, I don't want a format change, which I respect, but I want to know the reason to why you guys do not want a format change. I want to know what makes you like the current state of NASCAR as much as you do and without a format change possibly. Like I want to know. Maybe I'm missing something, and I want to figure it out. I got to figure out why. I have to get to the bottom of this. Why do people like the current format of NASCAR and I don't? This is one reason right here, not hating on Austin Dillon, but just one reason on why I go, oh shit, the format is broke. The 12% is Joey Logano. 12% on Joey Logano's alt account. So I will do. Everybody needs to get ready for the poll because after the NASCAR announcements and the official playoff format, I want you guys to all come to the Looney69 channel and cast your vote on the poll we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a poll. What is your current opinion on what's your opinion on the switch? Do you like the new playoff format or not? It's probably going to be one of the biggest polls of 2026, I'm going to tell you. So cast your vote early. That way it matters on the channel. We always, get really good results on polls, thousands and thousands of votes. So, I want you guys, the people that watch the streams, to be there first in the comments stating their opinions. So Brian asked, with pit roads, would you like to see where the region champion gets the first pit stall? I think that would be good. I mean, I wouldn't really care too much. I think they should at least have the ability to pick, If it alternates, it is what it is. I don't think, Brian, that's my main priority of that, though. They did it back in the 90s. Yes, I believe so. But I don't know. Bush is going to lock in. Yes, he will. Hopefully. Hopefully, this new format can kind of wash away whatever was happening to Kyle Busch at RCR, and we can kind of sweep that underneath the rug, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, drop the votes today on the community post. We're dropping it directly after NASCAR, the live stream ends. Come over here, comment your thoughts, comment your opinions on it. Again, I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions, because honestly, it's the people that come to the streams and talk that matter more than anybody else, because, I haven't dropped the community post today either, so yeah. Whatever your NASCAR questions are right now, drop them down below in the chat. I know there's 90 of you guys in here, so there should be a few questions that you guys want to hear an answer from your boy Looney. They better add a 2026 format update for 2025. Yeah, right. My ass, they're gonna do that. I would love to see it. Will it ever happen? Probably not. And I can't blame them for not putting in that to a new NASCAR game. I can't really get mad at them for that, because it's whatever, Would you make career mode for it a lot more fun? It would. I think it would definitely add, a reason to go back and for some people to play the game, for some people to buy the game. But that's going to be a big marketing point for the next NASCAR game, I have a feeling, is the updated playoff system and whatever. So I can't get mad at them for not adding that, I wish I could. I can't, though. I can't. Who wins the truck championship? I got Haley. That's a good question. If Haley can win the Truck Series championship, I would really say that he was able to do all around a big fat 360 of his career. And I would be very, very happy for Justin Haley to see him be able to win a Truck Series championship. Do I think he will? Maybe. But I don't know. That's actually a really, really good question. I haven't really deep dived into any Truck Series drivers yet for 2026, so I must. I want Stuart Friesen. Imagine he comes back after that injury and just wins. NASCAR, I feel like it's going to be pretty good battles between Honeycutt, Eckes, and Riggs. I mean, you can't forget about Lane Riggs up there. Also, Rhodes. I think Ben Rhodes is going to be back this season. Like, he's here for a year, and then he's gone 3 years or 2 years, So Ben Rhodes always fluctuates. I think he'll be back though, and maybe doing well. I don't know how well he's gonna do, Ben Rhodes, but I think he'll be definitely a playoff contender at the least. Grant Infinger, you have. I think Lane Riggs though. I think Lane Riggs is a very, very good championship prediction. So I think Lane Riggs may be your 2025 6 champion, excuse me. But you know what? I appreciate everybody who stopped by the stream today. If you've not liked it already, go ahead and do so. I'm going to go ahead and get myself ready for the new format for NASCAR right now. Prepare myself for it. So it's your boy Looney. Make sure y'all go check out this video right here, boys. This video has my playoff format predictions in it. And it also has my 2026 NASCAR Cup Series predictions in it. Click that link right there, boys. Click that damn link. Go watch that video before I'm going to end the stream now. Go watch that video. Give it a thumbs up at the least. And drop your opinions on it down below and your 2026 predictions. Bye, guys. What's up, Charlie? We're releasing it at 3:30, by the way, Charlie. 3:30 is when they are releasing the NASCAR Championship format. It's your boy, Looney. Thank you guys so much for watching, and go check out that video right down there. Gives you my predictions. Bye, guys.